Hello friends, Disclosure Artist here, and today I'm going to be discussing my experience at DisclosureFest, meeting Corey Goode, Emery Smith, and David Wilcock. I'd never been to a UFO convention or any organization of people who claim to be interested in aliens, so I wanted to get the vibe for myself. They happened to be in town, so I went. My first impressions were that there were a lot of high vibration, hippie type people there, hacky sacking didgeridoos, devil sticks, etc. I saw Laura Eisenhower giving a speech about esoteric spirituality. I didn't get to talk to her personally, but I saw that she was there. While I was there, I did a sound bath. We all gathered in, it was literally elbow to elbow, into this big white dome-shaped building, and we laid on our back, and people were playing sound bowls and all types of different instruments, getting people into a relaxed state, and everybody was staring at the ceiling, observing these visuals. It was a pretty fun experience. As far as actually meeting Corey Goode, Emery Smith, and David Wilcock in person, I remember they were all gathered at a panel, and basically everybody waited in line to talk to them. And I remember when I saw David, he was actually a little preoccupied shaking someone else's hand when he was maintaining eye contact with someone else while he was shaking my hand. So he seemed very into what he was doing at the time. Nothing against him. I think he's got a lot of interesting things to say, and he's obviously on the right side. He's been working for the last 25 years trying to get the truth out there. When I shook Corey Goode's hand, he kind of tilted his head like this and gave me a look of familiarity, and that's not to suggest that I'm a 20 and back person who hasn't gotten his memories back yet. Anything's possible. He just gave me an interesting look, and when I shook Emery Smith's hand, he gave me a very serious, stern look. I understand he has some empathic abilities, and perhaps it can be difficult to be around so many large groups of people, especially after you've had the trauma that he's had and the things that you've gone through. You kind of just are a little weary about meeting strangers, I imagine. Especially since everybody was probably bombarding him, because at the time he had brought the Anaconda being, which is basically, he carries around in his backpack. It's a 3D printed version of a 6-inch extraterrestrial or non-humanoid being that was found in the desert, and it was available for us to see in person and hold, and it was incredible because I got to come right up to it and see it. There's another person there who I wanted to draw attention to. They claim that they have a relationship with extraterrestrials, and they can willingly open communication with them at any time. I don't know the sincerity of this person's claims just because of the vibe that I got. Number one, I saw I'm not going to say what their name is, but I saw a silver balloon fading over the hill, and it seemed to me like it was one of his that had gotten away. I talked with him in person. I'm not again going to throw him under the bus, but he told me that his purpose here is to act as a bridge between extraterrestrials and humans, and that's why he basically was right next to an actual bridge at the location where everyone was gathered in a crowd observing a craft up in the sky. And based on the group of people that were around him, I couldn't help but feel that they were acting a bit like his hype man. And if I didn't know any better, I would guess that he had it anchored to the actual bridge on probably hundreds of feet of fishing line so that nobody could see. I at least am being honest about the fact that I'm using a balloon. I think that it's a great method for drawing awareness to the subject, but as far as pretending to be an extraterrestrial ambassador when you're not, I don't know. It's just the impression that I got, so I wanted to draw attention to that fact. And all in all, I think it was a very worthwhile experience, and I recommend anybody to go and see for themselves. All right, till next time, take care.